Hello and welcome back to another episode of Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Jason C. Scott, and today we're in beautiful southern Colorado Springs at the Mount Carmel Veterans Service Center. Today we're going to be interviewing a pillar of the community, retired United States Army Colonel Bob McLaughlin, and Executive Director here at Mount Carmel. This place is an amazing location because of the amount of people that it serves and the type of people it serves, our nation's heroes, right? So let's take some time and let's go meet Bob. Thank you so much for being with us today and telling us a little bit about Mount Carmel. But before we get started, I'd like to tell the folks a little bit about your backstory, where you came from. You know, you're obviously retired United States Army, and how you transitioned from the military to what you do now as being the Executive Director of Mount Carmel.
So as far as I'm concerned as a vet and how it all started for me, I'm a native of Lexington, Massachusetts. It's an interesting story for me. I went to the University of Massachusetts as a young kid, showed up there as a 17-year-old. And then, one day, halfway through it, it hit me, what are you going to do when you grow up? So I went to the ROTC building, and here I am almost 40 years later.
And you completed 30 years of service to this country, correct?
Just about. I actually got out a year earlier than expected for me personally to do this with Jay Cimino, and kind of Jay gave me the opportunity to transition into a veteran serving business. In between being the garrison commander of Fort Carson, I had served as a task force commander during the surge in Iraq, and I had orders to Afghanistan. So the position of garrison commander is what galvanized Jay and I. Okay. So I took my experience as a battalion commander in Iraq and the experience of understanding the impacts on my soldiers, their families, with all those things that happen as a result of combat operations, loss, combat stress, addictive behaviors, and it really affected me personally as a commander to watch troops struggle. And I always thought, what can we do to help these guys and the men and women that I served with to be whole? We did several things on Fort Carson to help service members. We built a resiliency center to help with mind, body, and spirit. We built a Fallen Heroes Family Center to deal with the grief of Gold Star families. We did a lot of things with Wounded Warriors for a Soldier Family Assistance Center, which all one-stop centers. People, passion, process, product, and profit. Profit is more than money.
Profit's the end result, right?
The impact on people. So when you put it together, people are the most important thing, those providing the services, those getting the services, everything that we do, whether you're military, whether you're providing nonprofit services, it's about people. You've got to get the right partners that want to do things. And of course, they got to have passion. And then you can't implement anything without solid processes. We know that from the military.
Absolutely.
To have the right processes. The product is this, the Mount Carmel Veterans Service Center, and the services that we provide is the product. And if you don't have a good product, you can have all the passion you want in the world, but if you're not delivering something meaningful, it's not going to work. Yeah. And then of course the profit itself is the result. In our cases, it's life saved, it's lives changes, it's families strong, it's community strong.
Well, Bob, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's been amazing. Folks out there watching this show, here's the call to action. If you want to be part of a winning team, you want to be a community partner, reach out to Bob here and his staff at Mount Carmel. If you know a veteran, no matter where they're at in the United States, reach out to Bob and his staff here at Mount Carmel. Thank you so much for joining us on Financing the American Dream. We look forward to seeing you on our next episode. Make it a great day.